So this is progress as far as scaling it down. We have the engine drive line out, and we have it right down to a point where we're going to continue the stripping of the items off of the frame, fuel line, brake line, things of that nature, certain brackets, and obviously the suspension will come right out, which will then leave the frame to be worked on. But again, as we get down further into this, confirms our suspicion is that the frame is in very, very good condition. There's not a lot of detriment to the frame as far as the mud and the silt that's built up inside. I don't think we're going to find much thinning of that frame, but it's nice to see. One of the things that we did notice when we took it apart is we're going to have to do some rear axle work here. It looks like somebody's been into the rear axle at some point in time, because we have a gasket around the flange of the differential. However, that differential and that pinion right there is kind of a float, which is going to cause a vibration in the driveline, and or it to grenade at some point and kind of blow up. So any kind of restoration that's thorough will certainly address that. One of the other interesting things is back here is the wiring harness, the rear wiring harness. We often see that. We have Scotch locks, which are putting into the wiring harness there in order to make it so you can put a tow hitch in there, and we're going to address that and really do that nicely, rebuild that whole wiring harness in the rear end and whatnot. But for the most part, the things that we really are concerned and care about are in excellent condition, and we'll make it so that we have real nice end result as far as sandblasting goes. Again, the last thing on this power steering, last note on that, very creative way to do this, but we're going to resolve this, get that power steering pump up a little bit higher. But for the most part, we like what we see, and off to the races, hopefully a little bit of oxide blasting here very shortly.